got evidence.
Something is off.
You think?
Watch your backs.
Sir, yes, sir. Is anyone else's camo cloak acting quirky? Don't worry, tight ass. We'll find him. Oh, hey, look, I found him. Oh, God. Well, anyways. Warhammer Space Marine 2 is a game. I know. Thank you. I am quite good at all this, aren't I? But for realsies, if you click this video, there's a good chance you already know about Space Marines 2. You fight Nids and heretics, wham, whoopsh, yada yada. I didn't plan on covering this game at all, given that I'm working on other things. But Labor Day weekend came by and I had some free time, so I decided to check out a mod that's been on my radar for a while. I've never really touched. The Astartes Overhaul mod. I'm gonna assume that you're familiar with the base mechanics of Space Marines 2, since this mod changes or builds upon a good chunk of that. The mod delivers many changes like new classes, an optional checkpoint system, mid-mission friendly NPC spawns, balance changes, weapon and loadout unlocks, the whole 9 yards. Think of the Astartes mod as what Modern Warfare 2 back in the day was to Modern Warfare 1. And think of this video as less of a review and more of a spotlight. I've been spending some time lately learning how to mod some stuff with Unity for Rogue Trader, and even some of the basics are just like downright agonizing at times. The modders at the Astartes team clearly put a lot of work into this, and I really just want to show off what they've accomplished. Thankfully, installation isn't hard. Just download the mod, place the pack file in your game's mod folder, and you're good to go. You can use Vortex as well, I think, but it requires an extension. And frankly, I haven't actually used Vortex to install mods ever since it rebranded from being Nexus to what it is now. Any additional mods just get plopped in the same way. There's no real load order to be aware of. So what's new? Well, outside of the main menu change, the most obvious addition has to be the new classes. Introducing the Terminator, the Chaplain, and the Apothecary. Each sports their own perks, ability, and playstyle, and as of the latest Astartes version, each new class has their own prestige perks as well. The Terminator is slow, but packs a lot of armor and can teleport, among other things.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
The Chaplain provides buffs to his team, does damage over time, and can get stacking damage increases for each kill he gets. Hashtag Leandros did nothing wrong. The Apothecary, though, is easily my favorite. Being able to acquire stems on executions, heal himself of his ability, not to mention the drill thingy on his back just looks so cool. And reminds me that I yearn so badly for a Tech Marine to finally be added to the base game. I know we're getting it, but I'm just so impatient.
In the sacred tongue of the Omnissiah, we chant, Hail, Spirit of the Machine, Essence Divine, in your code and circuitry the stars align.
Each of the new classes does have voice acting too, but it's just the free amigos from the campaign, which is fine. It is funny, though, hearing Titus give you orders from his new blessed Terminator armor.
Captain Akaram will coordinate our efforts over Vox.
Each vanilla class sports a bunch of changes themselves, from reworked perks, to unlocked weapon choices for all classes, and more. When Space Marines 2 first launched, I was looking forward to playing Assault and Operations since, on paper, it should have been my favorite class. Like most people, I was severely disappointed to learn that the jetpack in Operations is not at all like the one we have in the campaign and PvP. The Astartes mod not only fixes that, but improves upon it in a way that really surprised me. Rather than just slap on the campaign jetpack and call it a day, The Assault can actually now sport 3 different jetpack specializations. One for dashing, one for ground pounds, and one for hover and ranged. A ranged Assault loadout is something that is clearly meant to be buildable in vanilla, but isn't really that good. In Astartes, not only is a proper ranged Assault build possible, but it's fun. If you want to go a more tanky, melee, anti-ranged approach, you can take a perk to give your Assault the ability to use shields, spam even more ground pounds than what you can do in vanilla, dash across the entire map, and more. These are just some examples for Assault alone. Every vanilla class has undergone changes like this, and the new classes are also built with this variety in mind. Pairing it all together alongside the many weapon options, you've got a lot of room for creativity here. Save for the heavy weapons, every class has access to every melee and ranged weapon, with some new additions. I know we're getting the Pyreblaster in the update that drops tomorrow, but it's nice having it here too before that even happens. You also have some round-bursting pistols and rifles, and my personal beloved, the Assault Bolter, a handheld rapid-fire bolter. I know it would never happen in the base game, but Sniper paired with a Thunderhammer is a personal fantasy of mine, and I finally got to live it out. The results are about what you would expect.
Holy shit, man.
That's why you wouldn't give a Thunderhammer to the Sniper. Just like the classes, each new weapon has its own perk tree and different looks. The mod team has even added an extra variant to all of the melee weapons hybrid, which is like a mix between blocking and balance. I didn't test literally every single weapon combination, but there's a lot of changes here. The Las rifle now has an option to fire with the wrath of an Exterminatus laser, though at the cost of an immensely slow firing rate. You'll notice when playing that doing one mission gets you to max level with the new classes, and all the modded weapon unlocks are entirely free. This is because you don't make progress anymore when you play modded, so it's here for the convenience if you uninstall the mod at some point and then want to come back to it at a later date, which is appreciated. For spiritual kit bashers like myself, there's a lot of armor options here, and by a lot, I mean all of them that exist in the game at this point. You can finally make yourself look like that one image of the tactical with a cape and a power fist. Every character minus the new big boy can wear any piece of armor, though the DLC ones still require that you actually own the DLC. Slap your Sniper into some Gravis armor, give your heavy a Twink build. I think I will be putting the funny Space Wolf helmet on all of my characters actually, thank you. It's a nice change of pace compared to what we have in the base game now, even with the coming Champion Armor Unlock update, which seems disappointing but not surprising. These armor changes are made even better since the bots will wear whatever armor and chapter colors you currently have equipped on them. Why yes, I do think the Sons of Malice play a critical role in the campaign's plot. How did you know? Now, while I am a full advocate of Saber giving us more kit bash options, obviously something like this in vanilla would likely be too over the top. For a mod like Astartes though, it's just perfect. Throw in a kit bash mod on top of this, and your options can become practically endless with what you can do.
I was up front, everybody else at the middle.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
in, man. Stroll,
You be
man.
strolling, let me see something.
Do something.
I know you break dance or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You made that yourself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
On the ground floor, there's been a lot of sweeping changes to the core gameplay. A big one is that dodging and executions are totally different. Gone are the days of spamming rolls as my sniper, as every dodge is now just a regular dodge, though with a slightly faster pace. There are less stims in missions, but executing enemies now gives you health, similar to Space Marines 1, or if you have that one perk for the Vanguard. Ammo boxes tend to give less ammo, but ranged weapons tend to be more impactful. All of the weapons feel more impactful, really. Some special attacks from enemies are now capable of one-shotting you on absolute as a way to make up for the new health gain changes. More annoying attacks like the grabs or the Zoanthropes lasers no longer do immense damage, but instead function as a disabler move. Different classes spawn in of different grenades. Some abilities like the Sniper's Cloak now operate on a dynamic percentage-based usage rather than having to fully recharge to be able to be used. You can't see which perks they have, but the bots do spawn in with different weapons and have some perks equipped, like the Sniper auto-cloaking when attempting to revive you. The bots also utilize their new grenades as well. You're even able to change something like the Heavy's block ability with his unarmed parries. There's also a new boss enemy for Chaos.
Imra.
That's cool.
It is, but damn.
Alice! He's fucking me up! I'm trapped in
I'm hitting him.
There's a real sense of attempted balance here, with the easier moments feeling easier and the harder ones feeling even more difficult. I would say that the mod feels overall a bit easier than vanilla, especially if you keep the checkpoints, but functions overall more like a side grade. The mod itself is pretty modular, having optional downloads to add more members to a squad, removing the checkpoint system, disabling class restrictions when having two of the same class. Not to mention all the various sub-mods and balancing mods other people have made that you can find on Nexus. It gives you room to really customize your experience however you see fit. I think there are some ideas present in this mod that could actually be worth considering adding into the base game. I don't know what the actual relationship between Saber's ideas, and Games Workshop is, but I think despite that, something like the grab attack damage changes would be a genuinely good idea for the base game. I'm not going to say that Saber should just copy-paste the Astartes mod into their game and call it a day, but there is some real food for thought here. If you find that the mod is way too easy for your liking, there is an official submod called Cataclysm, which is bad, I think, though only for one reason in my opinion.
Why is it Power Rangers now? What?
The creator boasts about the mod being incredibly difficult, and that's all true. I think the main thing that will forever prevent me from playing it outside of the few minutes I did for this video is that you no longer have access to a HUD. The creator says you can adapt to this, and I believe them, but I'm sure I could also adapt to drinking water straight from a great unclean one's backside, but I'd really prefer not to. Everything else in it seems interesting though. The removal of iframes, the new mechanic addition, stress, etc. It's just the removal of the HUD I don't jive with. But if you're craving a really difficult experience, I'd say check it out. As far as issues go, there's only 3 things I want to point out. It's kind of clear that this game's engine isn't meant to handle some of the more extreme changes mods can bring, so there's a chance your game may give up the ghost. In both mine and a friend's experience, playing as a Terminator causes other players to appear invisible. And I'm not sure if my PC was just being quirky, but playing with this mod caused a lot of noticeable texture and rendering pop in for me. I know it wasn't because I was recording, because I've recorded this game in vanilla with no issues. That's it though. There may be some other minor issues or balance changes, etc. I didn't really pay attention to any of that. My overall takeaway from the mod is that it just makes everything feel more fun. I still love the base game, but there's always discussions and changes regarding balance and cosmetics and whatnot And with this mod, you really don't have to worry about any of that. With the new update tomorrow bringing in a new game mode, new enemies, and new weapons, it'll be interesting to see what the mod team is able to cook up from all of that. The Astartes Overhaul mod really showcases why I love modding in games. It's just so cool to see someone take a good foundation and add stuff to it to make it even better. I easily give this a recommend, and a thanks to anyone who helped bring this mod to life. That's it. Until next time.